really feel like streaming, but everyone keeps bothering me to stream, so here I am. Didn't really feel like it, though. Maybe I'll be on here for an hour, half hour, who knows? Who can say? We'll see what you nerds are crying about. Come in here and cry. Come in here and show me how weak you are. Let's see it. I don't even know why I stream anymore, because people don't listen. People don't listen to the things I say. It's mind-blowing, ain't it? It's crazy. It's just crazy how nobody listens to what you say. They just live in, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand. Yeah, I mean, I'm used to winter. I'm 38 years old, shit. Been through many winters, been through many snowstorms. The power didn't go out, so, hey. I did call out of work Sunday night, but, I mean, I'm on vacation the rest of the week, so it just kind of felt like, hell, everybody else was calling out. It seemed like a good opportunity. Haven't called out since May of last year. Seemed like a good opportunity to call out. Seemed like the right moment to do it, you know? Considering the guy in Derry calls out every week, I mean, what can they say to me for calling out during a fucking ice storm when I never call out? I almost got up and went to work, though. I thought about it, and then I let the dogs out, and I was just like, hell no, it's so cold out here, it's fucked, and what's the point? If I had to work all week and it was a normal week, I probably would have went in. I definitely would have went in, but, I mean, I'm getting paid 30 hours of vacation time. Hell, that's most of the check right there. I can survive 1 week with not with 10 hours. Plus, it's going to be a busy week with trucks, so if I want, I could probably hit them up and maybe work a Tuesday, or, no, I'm not working Tuesday. Hell, ooh, it's going to be -10 or some shit outside. But I could decide maybe go in Saturday, next Saturday or something. I'm sure I could do that. And just get those hours right back. I stayed home. A bunch of people called out. That guy that was at work with me last night, he called out too. And they closed the store at 7 p.m. They closed early. Which is funny. It's just funny that they should have closed early Saturday night. But they stayed open till fucking midnight. And then all these people that were the cashiers was pissed about it. When I came in, they were bitching at me about it. Like, they scheduled them, and now they're here till midnight. And it's like, what the fuck? And then they got to try to make it home in this mess. Sunday night, it's over. It's not even snowing anymore. You know what I mean? If any time to close early, it would have been Saturday night. See, that's what I'm saying. There's no sense. There's just no... I like the managers there. I talk to them and shit, but, like, I just don't understand some of the decision-making. It's just so silly. Like, what are we doing? I would have if I was that store manager, I would have called the district manager. I would have said, here's what they're forecasting. Here's what's coming in. We're going to close early Saturday night. We're going to get these people out of here. Nobody's going to be coming in Saturday night to shop. What the fuck? There's a snowstorm hidden. The store's wiped out anyway. I mean, we're going to shut down early. They're scared of these districts. That's the thing. People are scared of their bosses, bro. Like, I'm not scared of management. I'm not. I'm not scared to sit in that office and argue my point. I'm not. I'm not afraid of them. I will argue my point, and I will stand on it. And unless they can say something that makes sense to me, I'm not changing my mind on it. It's like when I went in the dairy cooler the other day. We used to put the coffee creamer backstock on a pallet, on a wooden pallet, and we sit it right in front of where you stock it, because you stock it from inside the cooler. So the pallet was sitting right there, so you could just stand right there and stock the shelf right from the pallet. What's wrong with that? Makes total sense. Should there be a back stock of fucking coffee creamer, a pallet of it? No, there shouldn't be, but there is. Not my fault. Not my goddamn fault. I don't do the order. Then I come in there the other day, and there's a bunch. They've got rid of the pallet, and they've replaced the pallet with these like steel. I don't even know what you call these things. They're just like these steel pieces of steel with wheels on the bottom. Just a flat piece of steel, wheels on the bottom. And they're like, they want us to use these now. And they had 4 of these, because these things are little. They're not big. They had 4 of these things pressed together in the shape of a pallet, and they were putting the coffee creamer on it. And I seen that, and I asked one person that was back there, I said, what's that? Why are you doing that? Well, they don't want pallets. And I said, well, I'd use a pallet, and I'd tell them they just have to deal with it. What are we doing? And what was funny is after I said how dumb that was and called that out, I went in there a few days later, and the pallet was back. Because I'm right. Another thing I know about people is if you can argue your point and you stand your ground, a lot of people are too pussified to press. They really are. They'll just accept it. Stop groveling. If you know what you're doing and you're good at your job and you're experienced in the area, stop groveling these fucking people. So, a lot of times you've worked in the field longer than some of these managers. Some of these managers come from like a clothing store. They come from here. They come from there. And they, yeah, they've been a manager, but they ain't ran a grocery store. Or they ain't ran, you could be in the dairy department all day for years, and that don't mean you're going to run the meat department. Stay in your lane. Like stupid. And I'll argue with corporate. Bring corporate in there and say, hey, no, we can't have a pallet. We got to have the little steel racks and press them together. I'll bring the district manager in there. I'll look him right in his eye, and I'll point at it, and I'll say, now, don't that look stupid to you? You think that makes any sense? Do you understand this is what these people want? They want people that are not scared to tell them the truth about this shit. All you employees are so afraid. I'm not afraid to lose my job because I work my ass off. Go ahead and fire me, motherfucker. Good luck. Go ahead and run these trucks. You're going to find out how hard it is not having me all week because I'm on vacation. I ain't saying nobody else works hard, but I know I work hard. And I know when I'm not there, and I've been told this, when I'm not there, less gets done. I've been told this by a bunch of people. I left dairy months ago. It's still in fucking shambles. They still ain't recovered from me leaving that department. They still don't have a closer. I left in September. That's why I work hard when I go to work, because I want to be able, when the moment comes, I want to be able to run my mouth and know that I've backed it up and nobody can say anything to me. If I lounge around in the bathroom hiding, fiddle on my phone all night, I can't say nothing. I can't tell these managers a thing about none of it because I don't do shit. And that's what these young kids don't understand. That's what these people, none of them seem to get. You're going to have to work hard. You're going to have to be able to, that way when these motherfuckers come and they tell you that you have to do more, like you should be doing this, where's the time? I work my ass off. Where am I going to find the extra time? They keep telling me we need to condition. It's like, I don't even know who the fuck you are. They keep telling me we need to condition. And it's like I was telling one dude, I work from the moment I walk in the door to the moment I leave, and we're stocking. Where's the time to condition? There ain't no extra time. It's not like I'm lounging around half the night with nothing to do. No, I'm busy the whole night. So I'm not going to be lectured about we need to do more. I do more. I already do enough. I'm not going to do more. You do more. You step up to my level. Then talk to me. And you work as hard as me, we can talk. My boss works as hard as me, so I listen to him. He stock fast. He probably work harder than me. For real. You're working harder than me, you're doing something. You still got me blocked. Who the fuck are you? People think I know. Like, it's weird. Nobody knows who the fuck you are. You know me, I don't know you. I don't go around looking for you. Whoever you may be. You're not a thought in the mind. With baby wipes, my asshole cleaner than your asshole. Guarantee that. I guarantee my asshole's cleaner than yours right now. If we did a smell test on assholes right now, I bet you mine smell better than yours. Bet you. You know what your smells like? Shit. You know, I seen somebody the other day was we was on the phone. They told me that they took a shit and they were like, I got shit on my hand. I got to wash my hand. And I said, well, why don't you just wipe that shit off your hand with that toilet paper you wipe your ass with? I mean, why don't you? You keep telling me how the toilet paper cleans your asshole and it cleans it and it's all clean. Well, wipe it off your hand with it. Oh, you're not going to do that. Oh, I wonder why. And y'all wonder why you smell like shit. You wonder why there are people that you encounter in life that have a shit odor coming off of them. And it's because of the toilet paper. You got to understand, a lot of people don't wipe properly to begin with. Now, if you're using a baby wipe, even if you're not wiping properly, you're getting a hell of a lot more off with that baby wipe than you are with the toilet paper. So you're using the toilet paper. And if you're wiping properly with the toilet paper, you got an irritated asshole. Go lie to somebody else. Your asshole, I guarantee it itches and it hurts sometimes. That's why I use baby wipes. I'm not fucking with the toilet paper. If I wipe my ass with toilet paper, it'll hurt the rest of the day. I swear to God. It's horrible. It is horrible feeling. Absolutely terrible. It's annoying. Baby wipes, you don't have that problem. Because baby wipes clean you properly, and you ain't got to wipe with that rough-ass paper. I don't care if you buy Charmin. I don't care what you buy. It ain't cleaning you. And, you know, you're wiping it doesn't work, man. It doesn't work. There's a reason we use, like, soap and water. There's a reason we clean with water, wetness. There's a reason for that. Everybody needed to know. People need to know the reality of life. And I'm not telling nobody nothing they don't already know. Because you rubbing and here's the thing. If your asshole does not hurt from the toilet paper, guess what? You ain't wiping your ass properly. So if you're telling me your asshole don't hurt, what that tells me is you probably stink. You smell like shit. Because there's no way you're wiping your ass. There's no way you're getting all the shit off your ass. You're doing a few little soft wipes, and then you're like, all right, that's enough. I had somebody tell me this. They're like, you get it later in the shower. Like, when you take a shower later, you'll clean your butthole. Like, I'm just like, what? What? Oh, my God. That's horrible. So use a baby wipes or bidets or whatever. Use something. Use some water. You got shit on your ass. You took a shit. And let me tell you, sometimes you take a shit of epic proportions, a shit so insane. It's insane the amount of shit. It's everywhere. It's all on your ass. It's all on it. It's all over it. It may even be on your legs. Because this shit, it's just, sometimes shit is just real shitty. It's real shitty. And it's a lot of it. Sometimes you take a shit and you wipe and there ain't even nothing there. And you're like, what? What the? But sometimes you take a shit and it is everywhere down there. It's everywhere. You're just like, what the fuck? What is this shit? There is no way in hell you're cleaning that type of shit with toilet paper. Oh my God. What a night. And I've done it. Everyone's done this. Everyone's cleaned that nasty shit with the toilet paper. And you know it's impossible. And you know you had to get your ass in the shower and take a shower. Toilet paper. Now with baby wipes, no shower. Wipe it right off. Get that shit right off you. The baby wipes are undefeated. They've never lost. Shit has never defeated a baby wipe ever. It's never happened. Toilet paper's been defeated. There have been times where I've said, toilet paper, what the fuck? I'm getting in the shower. I'm taking a whole ass shower. You ever took such a horrible shit that you just had to take a shower? Just a whole shower, top to bottom. You're in there shampooing your fucking hair. You didn't even get shit in your hair. You're washing your face. It's just a whole ass shower going on. Only because you just took a shit so insane. So out of this world. That ain't nothing gonna, I'm gonna use half a pack of baby wipes. Even the baby wipes are like, the baby wipes are gonna win, but it's gonna take a lot of them. This is not a surgical strike. This is a throw the soldiers' boots on the ground. This is boots on the ground, even for the baby wipes. And you have to go a nuclear option, the shower. You have to nuke it. Nuke it with the shower head. An intense spray that sprays the shit right off you. An enema, that's like deep inside. I'm not talking about cleaning deep inside your ass, getting a colon. What do they call that? God, what's that? A colon cleanse, where they suck the shit out. You ever seen that? What's that called? A colonic or some shit. Never had it, but it sounds crazy. They put a tube up your ass. And just what the suck the shit out of you. Colonoscopy, that's something else. Ain't that like something to do with cancer or something? I'm thinking of something. This is something else. This isn't even a medical procedure. This is something. Penn and Teller used to have a show called Bullshit, and they covered this. They covered how it's a scam and how it's unnecessary and how it's kind of dangerous, I think. You can probably find it on YouTube somewhere. Penn and Teller Bullshit show. Used to be on HBO or Showtime or something. It was a good show. But enough with the toilet paper. Just stop. Stop defending it. Stop telling me it's manly. A man uses toilet paper. This has nothing to do with masculinity. What in the world are you talking about, man? It's masculine to have shit in the crack of your ass. Shit residue in the crack of your ass. Like, no, it's not, man. Who told you that, man? Who fucking told you that? It's not got nothing to do with femininity or masculinity or any of that. Nothing to do with gay. Nothing to do with LGBTQ plus. Nothing to do with politics at all. This is non-political issue. You got shit caked inside your ass that you ain't cleaning out. It's in there. It's in between your cheeks. I'm not talking about inside. I'm not talking about going inside. I'm saying in between the cheeks. on the outside of the asshole, right? The rim is covered in shit, and you're just walking around with that all over you. You know, people like to talk about, oh, people smell like weed. I keep smelling weed. Well, I'd much rather smell weed than shit. And I got a bad sense of smell, so let me tell you, if I can smell you, you stink. Just know that. Because I'll be with a group of people and they'll smell something, I can't smell it. I have a terrible sense of smell. I just can't. I don't smell things like other people. So if I can smell it, it's bad. It's a bad. That means other people are like, holy shit. And I encounter people where I can smell them. There's an odor coming off of them, and it's like not a good one. It's not the smell of weed. It's not a cigarette. It's shit and piss. Shit and piss. You smell like shit and you smell like piss. And it's unacceptable. And some of the people that smell like shit and piss are crying about how they keep smelling weed and stuff. Well, we keep smelling you, motherfucker. We're tired of smelling your ass. Thank God somebody lit a blunt and put a different odor in the room because you smell like shit and piss. And they're like, I shower every day. No, you don't. No, you don't. Hell, some of these protests, people falling ice around, they're wearing diapers. They're shitting and pissing on themselves because they can't stop and use the bathroom because then they'll lose their pursuit. They're on patrol. Do you see they got a signal group and it leaked out? Their little signal group. And there's elected officials in Minnesota. This is a mess. Minnesota's a mess. You're going to need the Insurrection Act. You're really going to need to go into Minnesota. And you're going to need to arrest these fucking crooked-ass politicians. And you're going to have to start locking up these protest motherfuckers. Because they're not protesting. These are not protests. They're fucking fighting ICE. This is criminal activity. You cannot tell me that it is legal for us to get... Now, I feel like if we got on the Discord and we started tracking our local police department or federal... This is federal police. You're fucking with the federal government here is what you're doing. Which is not smart. And then they're like, oh, so now you're a bootlicker. Now you're groveling to the government. No. Why would I be mad? Why would I be angry with the government for doing what I voted for them to do? That doesn't make any sense. Well, they're locking up American citizens. Just because you're in a delusional fantasy does not mean I have to live my life based on the way you see reality because you're fucked in the head and mentally ill. They're not deporting legal citizens. They are not. If a citizen gets detained, it's a very short period. We're talking maybe 30 minutes, an hour or something. They're let go. The people that are getting shot are American citizens. And the reason they're being shot is because they're fighting the police. Do you understand? When have I ever got on here and defended somebody fighting the police and said, oh, he got shot? Well, he was fighting the police and he was doing this. No, I've never defended those people. So why would you expect me to do it now? Why would you expect me to now suddenly go, oh, it's okay to go down? I mean, it's just insane. Let's recap this latest one and explain how retarded y'all are. So a guy gets up, a grown ass fucking man gets up, and he pretends that he is in a movie where he is fighting the federal government and they're Nazis and they're rounding up legal Americans and they're killing them or whatever goofy shit he believes. Delusional madness that the news media and the Democrat politicians pushed on him. It's not even his fault. So he gets up, gets in his car, and he starts following federal agents around. Yes, they are. I keep seeing people go, they're not law enforcement. Yes, they are. Yes, they are, guy. It's immigration enforcement. Their job is to go pick up illegal aliens and deport them. Why is there so much chaos in Minnesota? Because the Minnesota government, ran by Democrats, refuses to work with the federal government to deport these illegals. So they let the illegals out on the streets. See, there's a way to do this. In other states, they're doing it the proper way, and you don't hear this chaos. You don't see no chaos. But in Minnesota, they want to fight the federal government. It's an actual insurrection going on right now. That's actually what's going on. The Democrat government of Minnesota is flirting with starting a civil war with the federal government. I mean, that's where we're at right now. That's what's happening. That's really what's happening. Now, you can go listen to these other people lie to you, but I'm going to tell you what's really happening. The government of Minnesota, ran by Democrats, is flirting with just going ahead and starting a civil war with the federal government over illegal aliens being deported. That's the story. Now, you don't hear that story because you watch the TV and it spins it a different way, but that's the way it is. That's the reality of it. There is no spin on that. That's what's going on right now. Nothing ICE is doing is illegal. There's nothing wrong with what they're doing. They're doing what the American people voted them to do, which Donald Trump ran on mass deportations. It was not a secret. It was a centerpiece of the campaign. People voted for Donald Trump. He's carrying out mass deportations. You have no right to interfere with that. You have no right to try to undermine the will of the people. I've listened to these people for the last goddamn decade say the people, democracy and all that. But they've lost democracy now. They lost. So now they don't care about democracy. You see how it works? When these people lose and they're defeated, they just forget, well, fuck democracy then. Now they'll use a different tactic. Now they'll try to sway you with some bullshit, new bullshit. Oh, some lunatic communist nerd decided to follow ICE agents around, and he ended up getting shot because he kept fucking with the police. Yeah. If this was 2012 and I did a video on a guy following the cops around and he was following the cops around and he was getting out of his car when they were trying to arrest people and he was going up and yelling at him and shit. Oh, and he had a gun on him too. Everybody would laugh as I made fun of that guy, and everybody would say he got what he deserved. But because you're a bunch of coward-ass pussies, and you're scared of these people, and you're scared of how dangerous and violent they are, you're starting to grovel to it. I see it. You're starting to grovel. Here's what you're going to get if you grovel. Here, let me give you your two paths, okay? You got two paths ahead of you. You can grovel to these people. They will win the election. They will retake power, and they will punish your ass in the most brutal way they can. They will hit you from every angle. They will drive the price of your food up. They will drive the price of your gas bill, your electric bill, your water bill. They will fuck you up. Why? Because you voted for Donald Trump. And Donald Trump has caused a lot of chaos for these people. Donald Trump has fucked with them heavy. Who allowed Donald Trump to do this? You did, by voting for him. They are not going to be able to punish Trump. They're going to come for you. Do you realize that? Doesn't matter if you believe that or not. I don't give a shit. You can go against that. You can pretend that's nothing. You can pretend that's a fantasy. You can vote for these people. You can put them back into power. You can sit at home on your little couch and say, I'm just not voting Republican. I'm taking a principled stance. You could do all that faggot gay shit you want to do. But let me tell you what's going to happen when you do that. You're going to get what you deserve. And I'm going to be here every step of the way as you take that suffering. And you're going to hate me because I'm going to keep telling you, hey, remember how you wanted to grovel over the ICE agent shooting that woman? Remember how you wanted to just give up? And now we've completely lost and there's no hope. And these people will reign in power for the rest of our lives. Hey, remember how you cried about the stock market because it went down a little bit one day before it went back up and you decided to attack Trump and become like an anti-Trump guy? I don't want to hear you cry about $5 gas when it comes. I don't want to hear the crying. I will not listen to it. I'm going to be laughing at you because you get what you fucking deserve when you stand with these people. When you grovel to these evil demon motherfuckers, you're going to get what you deserve. And there's a sick part of me that wants you to keep groveling, that wants to see the Democrats win the midterms, that wants to see Gavin Newsom become president, that wants to watch you idiots celebrate and act like you've won something. You stuck it to Trump. You stuck it to these Republicans. Boy, these Republicans just didn't do it fast enough for you. They didn't do what you wanted to do. They didn't work hard enough for you, and you had to stick it to them. You had to show them. And then you get what you deserve. Year after year, getting stomped on. You forgot those 4 years of Biden, didn't you? How soon we forget about all that suffering under Biden. Now we want to pretend Trump did it. Now people want me to come on here and say, God damn it, the prices are high. It's Trump's fault. But that would be an embarrassment. That would make me look like you people. I would look like a fucking retard. How could I sit on here for 4 years and document Joe Biden driving grocery prices up and then get on here and blame it on Trump? That's grifting. Do you understand what that is? That's grifting. That's looking around and going, oh, people are turning on Trump. I'm going to grift off that. That's all that shit is. It's fake. It's fag shit. I'm going to look like a good person. It's virtue signaling. I can't stand it. I'm going to attack Trump even though I don't want to, even though I don't give a fuck that they shot that dork, even though I don't give a fuck they shot that bitch. Why? Because they were doing shit. If they would have been black, I'd have said the same goddamn thing. And you all would have said, yeah, fuck that black guy. But you wouldn't have used that word, would you? So spare me your fake groveling pussy shit. Spare me the weak, pathetic attempts at trolling. You're not good at it. You look dumb, all of you. You look stupid. If you go down, if you're following ICE around, blowing your whistle, they ought to arrest your dumb ass. They ought to lock your dumb fucking ass up. You're an annoyance. You're a pest of society. You make everybody's life harder because you just won't go sit down somewhere. You're blocking some poor bastard's car as he's trying to just go to work, or he's trying to come home from work, and here you fucking are, standing in a fucking street with a fucking sign, screaming stupid chants, blowing a fag whistle. And if that guy hit you with his fucking car, I would understand. I would understand his point of view. Like, fuck off. I'm just trying to go home, man. I'm not a politician. I'm not an ICE agent. I'm just a guy trying to go home. And what the fuck are you blocking my car? And these people they roll their window down. They go, hey, man, can I just go past, man? Can I just go home, man? I've been at work for 10 straight fucking hours. Can I just go home, please? I got to go right back in tomorrow. I only have a few hours to just sit down and do something else. Please. Please, I want to go home. Please. Oh, you're a fascist. And then you just roll your window up. And it's like, I'm not a fascist. I didn't even vote for Trump. I didn't even vote for fucking Trump. I don't even pay attention to politics, man. I don't even get involved in this shit. What the fuck, man? And then you just hit the gas. She's like, I can't take it no fucking more. Ah! I get it. You people are driving people insane. The fact that more of you ain't been shot by these ICE agents is a testament to the patience and training of ICE. That's what it is. Because you nerds are unhinged right now. So no, I will not be getting on here groveling to you like everybody else. This is not what I voted for. This is exactly what I voted for, actually. I voted to lock you nerds up for being nerds, for going around causing violence, causing problems. Lock them up. And if you get violent, you try to attack the cops and they shoot you, well, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You people think you can, like, fight. Now, hey. You might say, no, that ain't right. She was this. What about Ashley Babbitt, though? What about the fact that she was unarmed? She was on the Capitol going crazy, acting a fool, and I didn't defend her. I never defended her. I said the same thing. Why is she in the Capitol? I ask real questions. I'm the only adult in the fucking room, it seems, and I ask the real questions. Number one, why is she there? That's my first question when I hear about these events. I say, why was they fighting ICE? Why was she in the Capitol? Was she on like a tour or something? Like, oh, they broke into the Capitol. Oh, so there was like a riot going on. Oh. And she was trying to get in like an area she really wasn't supposed to be in. Like they had some high profile people or somebody in there. And so they shot her. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't feel sorry for these people when they go do stupid shit that we all know is stupid. It's dumb. You don't even have to agree with deporting illegals to call it dumb. To say that going and fighting ICE is not a good idea. It's really stupid. They keep saying, oh, Trump wants the chaos. He wants the chaos. They're the ones causing the chaos, though. Like, what are you talking about? It's you all causing chaos. It's you all, in all these videos, you're like standing on the side of the road, blowing whistles. You're following people's cars. Like, they talk about ICE going after American citizens. These people follow American citizens in their trucks, thinking they're ICE, and they follow random people around. There's tons of videos of it. You're the ones harassing American citizens. You're the ones, everything they say is pure projection. You're the one breaking the law. You're the one doing illegal things. You're the ones harassing American citizens. You're the one making American citizens' life harder. Not ICE. ICE ain't bothering me because I'm not illegal. I'm not an illegal alien. And I'm not saying we should take the illegals and chuck them in the Atlantic Ocean or shoot them out of a cannon or execute them. I'm just saying we should send them home. And I'm sorry, but you're never, ever going to be able to make people hear. You are never going to be able to make this statement sound evil. We're sending him home. Hey, where's he going? He's going home. No one's ever going to hear that and go, damn, you're an evil prick. Where are you sending him? I'm sending him to hell. Damn, that's fucked up. I'm sending him to New York City. Oh, that's even worse than hell. I'm sending him to Minneapolis. Oh, that's even worse. I'm sending him home. You can't even say it in an evil way. You can't even make it sound bad. You're going home. They write songs about going home. Home is a beautiful place. And all these illegals, they talk about how beautiful their country they come from is. They talk how great it is. All Somalia is so fucking great. So then what is the big deal about sending them home? See, this is what's so beautiful about this. You either have to admit that these are shithole countries, or you have to admit that there's nothing wrong with going home. So which is it? Are their homes shitholes or not? I told my buddy I woke up from a coma, and he was like, I think he thinks I mean like a real coma. Like I came out of it. I'm just saying I slept for a while. Like I slept for like 10 hours. I don't mean that was a real coma. Yeah, I just woke up from a 9-month coma. When I passed out, Joe Biden was president, and then I woke up. Somehow Trump beat Kamala. Like, I'm so confused. What happened to Joe? What happened to my President Joe? I'm not on the wrong side of history. You are. Tell me how I'm on the wrong side of history. Explain it. Break it down. You can't. None of you can. That's why people don't come into Discord no more and argue with me, because they know how it's going to go. I'm going to be like, okay, explain it. Explain your, like, what, and they can't. They cannot explain what the fuck they're talking about. Maybe you could type something out, you know, maybe you could Google and ask ChatGPT to help you or whatever, and maybe they get something typed out. But as far as getting on a mic and kind of breaking it down, it's impossible. The reason that you see the chaos in Minnesota is because Tim Walz won't work with ICE. They won't work with ICE. ICE is in other states doing this shit, and you don't see this chaos because those governors and mayors don't put up with it. They don't let these people go and follow ICE around and shit. It's all about leadership, really. And as I've told you, protesting, and I support protesting, but protesting has kind of ran its course, you know. Protesting needs a bit of a break. You know, when you see these people in Iran protesting and getting, like, I read they killed like 30,000 people or some crazy shit. Who knows what's true, but that's what they're saying. When you see things like that, I mean, that's a real protest. That's some real shit going on. And then you look at these fucking fag protests in America, you're just like, man, we, as Americans, we need to stop protesting and sit our ass down somewhere for real. Because we look ridiculous. We really do, with these people running around acting like this. It's embarrassing as a country to have these goofballs running around acting like they're living in some type of fucking tyranny or something. They wouldn't know tyranny if it slapped them in the fucking face. And these same motherfuckers, none of these people support Iran protesters at all. Ain't that weird? That's some weird shit. I didn't say free speech had ran its course. I said protesting had ran its course. At least in this country. Because there's nothing in this country to legitimately protest about. That's the thing. So it's just gay and annoying when you see protests. You're just, because when you see them, you're like, what are they protesting? Something gay and stupid. When you see this stuff in Iran, you're like, oh shit, these people are fighting for like freedom. They don't have freedom at all. They are oppressed. So that's a real protest going on. And we look ridiculous next to that. Because we are living in the greatest, most privileged, pampered country on the planet. And we are all rich compared to the rest of the people in the world. Just by the fact that we live here. And that's just the reality of it. And they try so hard and they spend billions of dollars to get you to not believe that. To get you to not believe that you are in the greatest country on earth. Look at the propaganda and look what it tells you and just think the opposite and you'll be better off. If this country was truly united behind Donald Trump, there's nothing this country couldn't do, for real. This country united behind a strong leader, it can't be stopped. That's why they want this country divided. And think about it. Even divided, it's a strong nation. It's also not as divided as they make it out to be. They want you to think it's like real divided, but it's not that divided. When Trump goes in and cracks down on all these fucking riots and shit and use the Insurrection Act, it's going to be a very popular move because I'm telling you, majority of the country elected him. Majority of the country doesn't want to deal with this fucking nonsense. This isn't about free speech and shit. This is about going out and fucking rioting and acting a fucking fool. And sorry, that's not free speech. I don't want you terrorizing the town. I don't want you burning the buildings down. I mean, what the fuck? I didn't sign up for that. I didn't vote for that. That's not. I don't believe I have the right to go burn down AutoZone. I just don't believe I have the right to do that. I don't believe I have the right to go down there and loot it. I don't even believe I have the right to go down to the AutoZone and stand outside of it with a sign and protest AutoZone. I think what I have a right to do is not give business to AutoZone, is not go there, not give them my money, and that's my protest. That's the way we can protest. But this other shit is gay and stupid. And I think it's counterproductive because now you're just inconveniencing people. Regular people who are just trying to go to AutoZone. Now they got to walk past you and you're screaming at them and shit. And they're just trying to get a fucking brake fucking pad or something, you know? They're just trying to get an air filter thing for their car. They're trying to get oil or something. They're not worried about this shit. And then they got to walk past you and they just hate you after that day. They can't stand you. And so if they do vote, they will vote against you because you're annoying. Trump has never been more popular than he is right now. He only gets more popular. Because he's the first president, at least in my lifetime, that I've ever seen that's keeping his promises. He's delivering. So, it is what it is. I know there's this cope and stuff. I'm used to the cope, man. I'm used to the fiction. I'm used to people living in a fantasy. And what's beautiful about that is there's a day that always comes where the fantasy breaks. And everyone has to just realize that I was right. It happens all the time. So. I enjoy the fact that you guys haven't learned your lesson and haven't caught on to the fact that you're always wrong and you should just listen to me and I'll end up being right as usual. Because I always am. I mean, I don't think, what was I wrong about last year? Nothing. I called every single move. What did I tell you about 2026? I said it's going to be a great year. Everyone was saying, oh, the economy is doing fantastic going into 2026, just like I said it would be. I said by summertime it would be roaring, and we are on that path. You don't care about the First Amendment, so stop trying to use it. Stop pretending you do. You people don't care about anything, so you can't use that stuff against me. It doesn't work because I'm wise to the game. I'm not like these other guys. I'm very, very in touch with the game we're playing. I understand the tactics. I understand the game very well. And that's why you'll find that the tactics don't work on me. You'll be like, why isn't it working? Why can't I shame this guy into submission? Because I don't give a shit about you. I don't value your opinion. I don't care what you think about me, so you can't possibly shame me. To shame me, I'd have to value your opinion in some way. And when I talk about things, I've done my research. I know what the hell I'm talking about. I know what's going on. And none of you could debate any of it. We've learned that over the years. No, I'll debate you, just not right this second. I don't care. See, your tactics can't work on me. You can't call me, you're cowardly. So what? Think I'm a coward. I don't give a shit. I've debated many people, stomped them into the ground. I don't give a shit. Nobody that watches me thinks I'm afraid to debate a guy. I don't have to jump when you say jump. I'm in control here. You're here for me. I'm not here for you. You see the difference? You're watching me. I'm not watching you. I didn't get up this morning and go, I wonder what Jackie Winnie thinks, and go look for Jackie Winnie's stream to listen to his thoughts. No, I didn't do that. You did that, though. You came to hear me. You know why you did it? Because I'm always right. And deep down, you know that I'm telling you the truth, the future, and you need to hear it. Yeah, I got blocked by Piers Morgan. I can't remember what I said to him. Probably something about vaccines or something. You motherfuckers been banning people off social media for a decade. Now you want to talk about the First Amendment. Shut up. Shut up. I will not be lectured on the First Amendment by people that have no respect for it to begin with. That's another thing. You have to have some credibility. I have to be able to take you serious. If you're going to come to me and you're going to tell me about the First Amendment and all this, then I have to look at you and go, well, this guy, he's a consistent guy. He stands by the First Amendment always. So maybe he's making a good point. Maybe I need to listen. That's not you, though. That's not you. That's not you. That's not who you are, though. You're a clown. And I'm wise to that fact. It doesn't take long to talk to you people to realize you're goofy. There it is right there. I mean, there it is. There it is. Jeff Groveling. There it is. Anyone who would elect Andy Beshear as president is a fucking gay-ass, TDS-ridden liberal. Don't worry, you'll get what you deserve in the future. Get old Andy Beshear. God, Andy Bashir's been on the TV and shit. He went on that dude's live stream the other day, that Ryan Hall guy's live stream. He was on there talking about Kentucky. You deserve whatever Andy Bashir gives you if he becomes president, which will be hell. That's what it'll be. I don't decide what you deserve. They do. Don't you understand that? I don't make the decision. They give you what you deserve. Not me. What's this have to do with Trump? If he votes and makes Andy Bashir president, he's going to get what he deserves. What is that? It's whatever Andy Bashir decides it is. Whatever Andy Bashir decides he wants to do to punish you, he will. That's what Democrats do. They hate you. They're not in it for you. They're not trying to help you. They don't give a fuck about you. I keep hearing how Trump became president to get rich. Trump was already rich. What the fuck are you talking about? You know who goes into politics to get rich? Not rich people. It's these fucking people, all these politicians that, we hear it all the time. Oh, they had like $10,000 or whatever, and then suddenly, oh my God, they got $3-4 million in the bank. Like, how'd they get that? They make $100,000 a year, senator or whatever. But no, you're not worried about them and what they did to get all that money. You're over here worried about this guy that's already a fucking billionaire. It's just fascinating. And a lot of these billionaires not even involved in, like, they're not running for anything, and you're so hyper focused on them because you've been told to. That's another thing. It's easy to talk to somebody and like listen to them and realize they're fucking propagandized. When you start lecturing me about billionaires and how billionaires are this, man, you're programmed, bro. That's some fucking. You didn't come up with that shit on your own. You didn't start blaming billionaires on your own. You got that from somebody. They put that shit in your head. Now here you are regurgitating it in my face. You more concerned with the billionaires than you are the politicians who have more control over your life. They make the laws and shit. And you more concerned with the billionaire. But only the billionaires who fund Republicans. If it's a billionaire that supports Democrats, we like them and we don't care. We don't want to take their money. Imagine thinking you get to decide how much money somebody can have. Imagine thinking you get to decide how big somebody's business can be, how much money they can have. It's crazy. And you're only doing that because you know that you'll never be rich. And you know that because you know yourself and you know you're a lazy fuck. And you know it's not even possible for you to even become a millionaire, much less a billionaire. Yeah, you'll never be anything. Not that I will either, but I'm not crying about it like you. Who said homelessness is okay? Nobody said that. You said that. What does homelessness have to do with a billionaire? How are the two issues related in any way, shape, or form? They're not. They're not at all. You just been programmed by somebody to believe they're somehow related. But if you really think about it, how is it related? You're on the street because you're a drug addict, and somehow that's Elon Musk's fault. And let's say Elon Musk gave you $1 million. Guess what you'd do with it? Spend it on drugs, and you'd be broke in a year and back on the street. And we all know that. We all know that's true. Most of the people who are homeless are drug addicts. Now, there are exceptions, but those exceptions, those people that find themselves homeless for a short period of time, they don't stay homeless because they're not drug addicts, so they're not held down by the drugs. These people that are homeless for a long, long, long time, it's because they're just, any money they get goes to drugs, and they're on drugs, and they're high as a kite, and they're just laying on the sidewalk. They don't care because they're so high. That's the fact. That's the truth. That's the reality of homelessness. Just something you got to accept. Sure, you could fall on hard times, and you could find yourself homeless, but I think that if you didn't have a drug addiction, you ain't gonna be homeless for long. First of all, I think you'd have people that would let you sleep on their couch for a little bit or whatever, because you're not a drug addict thief. If you're not a drug addict thief, then there you go. Why would I let you move in? You steal shit. You're a thief. And I'm gonna let you come in and steal shit? No. But you can't say that. You can't be honest about it. You gotta play pretend and act like, no. And Smokey, you were almost homeless. Yeah, but I wouldn't have been on the street addicted to drugs. First of all, I would have found a place to stay. And I'm not a drug addict who steals shit, so I would have been able to stay somewhere for a little bit. And then I already had a job, so I would have just saved up money and got an apartment. If you're addicted to heroin, you don't give a shit about any of that. You just go sleep in the woods and say, fuck it. I'm on heroin. I'll just lay in this tent. And how was it Elon's fault? Let's say I would have been homeless. Let's say Facebook, you don't send that money. Let's say I have to live in a tent for like a month or something. How's that Elon's fault? How's that in any way, shape, or form related to any billionaire? Isn't that a consequence of my own decision making in life that led me there? Isn't it unrealistic as fuck to expect some rich person to just show up and hand me money? Isn't that childish and stupid? And it's just as childish and stupid to expect the government to do it. Of course, it can happen. But you have to do something for it. You're not getting free money, guys. You're doing something. You're giving something up for it. If you're getting it from the government, you're definitely getting. It's not free. Somebody paid for it. Came out of the tax dollars. Came out of somebody's paycheck. Not free. No, they do not have an involvement in your life. Your life, 99.9% of your life is on you. Has nothing to do with capital owners. It has nothing to do with the boss at work. It has nothing to do with your wife, your husband, whatever the fuck. It's on you. It has nothing to do with Trump. It has nothing to do with Biden. It has nothing to do with any. It's you. People don't like to hear this. I understand. That's why I keep saying it. And I'm going to keep saying it because this is what people need to hear. You did it. If you're broke and you're struggling, you did it to yourself. Make no mistake. And don't give me the exception to the rule. I don't want to hear it. Grow up. That bullshit. If you bring up an if you say, if you type in that fucking chat, well, I know a guy, he's in a fucking wheelchair and he can't even, he paralyzed from the neck down. And shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Ban. If you see that in the chat, ban. Immediate ban. Any bullshit, stupid shit. Nobody's talking about that retard. My dream in life is to just make sure that never when I stream do I have to hear some dumb shit like that. Never do I have someone in my stream that's so retarded that they have to tell us about the disabled man. You think the disabled man asked for this life? You know, my uncle was hit by a bus. He can't work. He literally can't work. And here you are on this live stream putting him down. That's the way people talk to you on the internet. It's so funny. Here you are on this live stream putting my uncle down, hit by a car. And this is the way you talk about people like him? Those are the types of people on food stamps, Smokey. Is my uncle who was hit by a fucking bus and paralyzed from the neck down. And you and Trump want to take his food stamps away. You expect him to work? Can he work a phone? We put a little headset on him. Take some customer service calls. You can do something. Even that dude can, even your uncle can do something. But we're not talking about your uncle. Your uncle can have some food stamps. That's not who we're talking about. See, nobody would ever talk about food stamps if it was just like disabled people on it and shit. No one would ever bring it up. No one would debate you about it because if someone said, man, we shouldn't be paying for people's food stamps, you would just be able to go, well, you'd be able to just show the people on food stamps and it would just be like fucked up people, like people in wheelchairs. People just, they're not even in wheelchairs. They're just bedridden. They can't even do anything. Just real fucked up disabled people. People with serious fucking illnesses. Serious disabilities. And then nobody would argue with you. Nobody would say, yeah, take their food stamps. They would just go, never mind then, I guess. I guess those people need some food. But no, you fill it with these freeloading lazy people. And all that does is end up hurting the disabled people. That's all it does. That's all you're doing. I don't know what. I don't even understand it. How many videos you got to see of somebody talking about, God, I'm on food stamp. I need my food. All that shit we saw a couple of months ago. And we're about to see it again because they're going to shut the government down again. I don't blame you for taking the food stamps. I mean, it's free money. Might as well take it. But, I mean, God, stop acting like you need it. Stop acting like it's so important everybody have it. No. Most of the people on it don't fucking need it. Like I said, 99% of you don't need it. You'd be just fine financially if you'd get serious about a budget. If you get serious about your overspending and your bad spending habits, you would be fine. I mean, I don't want to hear all these excuses. I just can't find a good paying job. What are you talking about? I haven't. I mean, I've been working like over the last decade. Like I worked here, like a dollar store for a little bit. I would go work these temporary jobs and shit. I didn't hold down a job and now I make like $23 an hour. You can find a job. What? I don't have some fancy college degree or some shit. You can find a decent paying fucking job. So I don't want to hear your, oh, I make minimum wage. Who the fuck makes minimum wage? And why are you working for that? It's insane. Quit your job and go find a better job. Some of you need to humble yourself and go down to the McDonald's, go down to the fucking Arby's, start looking around at what, at the wages at some of these places and start thinking about the type of life you can live making that wage. You motherfuckers won't even work at Arby's and you think you deserve to be a billionaire. You think it's just insane. You can't even make the curly fries without bitching and moaning about it. You couldn't run the corporation of Arby's. You couldn't run every Arby's. You'd fucking have a mental breakdown if you had to run every Arby's. Oversee all the Arby's. The Arby's empire. You'd be like, oh, God, you couldn't even handle what? You can't even handle the fries. Walmart pays a livable wage. Knock it off. I lived off $15 an hour for most of last year. And I paid my bills on time. And yeah, it wasn't easy, but if I would have tightened up my spending habits, it would have been a lot easier. It's always your fault. You cannot make Arby's pay you more. Let me explain life to you. You must be like 18 or something. Let me explain life to you. You cannot make Arby's pay you more. You cannot make your job pay you more money. You can bitch and it's a waste of time. That's a waste of time. The only way you're going to get a raise is if it's some type of yearly thing that they give everybody or you get a promotion. That's it. That's it. No amount of whining and moaning going to do nothing. So that once you grow up, you'll realize there's no point in whining about it. I don't whine about any of that shit. I used to bitch and moan about that all the time. It's irrelevant. When I was at Food Line, I bitched and moaned about what I made all the time. I don't ever bitch about it. I don't even think about it. It is what it is. If I want more money, I have to take a promotion. Every year, we're supposed to get a raise. So that's it. Boom. Those are the opportunities to make more money. I do not control any of that. It is what it is. I only control, like, taking a promotion. Very limited control with the wage. The wage is what it is. I could quit my job, I guess, and go find another one, but that's usually a bad idea. It's better to stick to where you're at, stick to what you know. Once you've been at a place long enough, you're used to it. I mean, why you want to go run off to some other place? Could be a nightmare at that other place. No thanks. I'll stick to the nightmare I know. Grass is not greener on there. It never is. It never is. Gotta control. I mean, you can control your spending. You have full control over what you spend the money on. So that's what you need to focus on. If you feel you don't make a living wage, then you need to, I guess you need to find another job. Depends on, if you're making $15 an hour, you can live off that. I did it. You just need to tighten that spending up. I guarantee, there's an entire popular podcast now where they go over people's fucking budgets, and these people are they all sound just like you guys. They sound just like you. And then when we go through the budget, we realize, oh, I see this guy. This guy's DoorDashing twice a day. This guy's got DoorDash coming morning, noon, and night. He's eating 3 meals a day off the DoorDash. Well, there's where the money's going. I mean, we went over Doug's budget and we revealed so much. I mean, it's a perfect example. That's why I laugh when y'all be crying about money and shit. I know you're blowing your money. So, I mean, what the fuck? You blow your money. They tried to give Doug a promotion, and he was like, no. He was crying about money and crying about what he makes, and then they were like, hey, we'll promote you? And he was like, no, I don't want to do that. How retarded is that? I need a raise. And they're like, all right, we'll give you one, but we're going to give you got to do this job, and we'll give you this. That's a raise. Nah, I want more money to do the same thing I've already been doing. Like, what? In what planet does that make any sense? Hey, you've been doing this job for the last year. We're going to give you $1 more to just do it. And usually companies do that anyway. They give you some more. They give you something, some kind of raise, some type of percentage raise every year. The stress. Stress about what? What are you stressed about? It's just a job. You clock in, you work your 8 fucking hours or whatever, and you clock out. At my job, if you want to stay over, if there's work to do, I guess you could stay over, but you don't have to. Nobody's going to say nothing. Nobody can say anything. You were scheduled 8 hours, you worked it, that's that. You can choose to stay. In my position, I can choose to stay over sometimes. And sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. What is that a stress? I don't stress about work. I don't have any stress around it. It is what it is. Oh, you're toxic managers. Because you're all pussified, scared of the managers. The manager asks you to do something, you're all, it's not my job. Brother, you're there for 8 hours. Who gives a shit? If the manager said, hey, go sweep the goddamn lobby, who gives a fuck? Why not? Who cares? Says, I'm going to be here the same amount of fucking time. And if he wants to pay me $23 an hour to sweep a fucking floor, go right ahead here. I'll take $23 to sweep this floor. The fuck? It's a hell of a lot easier than what I do. But now you want to cry about having to fucking cry about everything. I know what your idea of toxic is. It's being told to do your job. God forbid you do your fucking job. God forbid you do anything at work. You let people gaslight you to your face because you're a pussy. I mean, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. You let these people do whatever they want to you because you're pussies. Because you ain't got no fucking balls, and that's why you're not the manager. Because you're not willing to fucking stand up for yourself. I wouldn't let somebody gaslight me to my fucking face. What the fuck? Give a fuck who they are. Who the fuck are you? Probably not confident in your abilities. So they just punk you. I mean, I could probably do your job better than you. That when I'm arguing with somebody, I just know that I could probably do his job better than him, really. Like, if I really learned his job, it wouldn't take me long to be better. So there's only so much. First of all, I'm not taking no disrespect. That's number one. You're going to talk to me with some respect. It's like when the managers talk about, we should be able to get the truck done and condition the whole store and do all this. No, I tell them all the time. Not possible. Not possible with the amount of people you got. It's just not. You're gonna have to have more people scheduled to accomplish these goals, and that's just the reality of it. Like, we got to be realistic here. I'm here every night doing this. I know how long it takes. Trust me. There ain't no extra time to do these extra things you want done. Now, if you give me some extra people, if you give me this amount of people, we can do it. We can get it done. Real simple. And they want to sit there and fucking keep complaining about it. Keep complaining. Because I know that they can't do it. You know what I mean? I know that they can't possibly do what they're expecting me to do. So what can they really say? And I know that. And they know that. But you all don't stand up for yourself. You all don't tell these people at your jobs, like, hey, I do this job every day. Trust me. That's not achievable. It's not a realistic goal based on the staffing you have here. So you don't have enough people here to accomplish what you want done. Like, you got 2 goals. You've set 2 tasks, 2 main tasks. Well, you have enough people here to complete task number 1. But task number 2, that's pushing it. You're stretching it thin, trying to get, you're really squeezing that orange, trying to get all that juice out. When maybe you should just get another orange, buddy. If you want the full glass, you should get another orange and squeeze 2 oranges in, because just 1 orange, it's not enough. Not going to do it. That's all women want to talk about is fucking relationship drama. What the hell? That's probably a dude, probably a gay guy. We don't want to hear about it. What the? What the? Why would I drive a big wig? I work at a grocery store. Talking about a grocery store. I'm not talking about no damn big rig. What the fuck are you talking about? What the? What are these people talking about in this chat tonight? It's like they're not listening. A word I'm saying. Point is, if you're confident something can't be done and management tells you it can be, call management's bluff. Show me, management. You do it. You show me you doing it. Because I don't think you can. I don't think I can. And if I can, I damn sure know you can't. No offense. No offense. I'm talking about in the grocery store. We're talking about a specific topic. You're often delusional. You're emotional. You got emotional. You were like, he can't drive my truck. Nobody's even talking about that. I'm talking about the grocery store. And you can apply the same logic to your job. If the manager is like, hey, you should better drive that truck. You should be there in about 2 hours in that truck. And you're like, ain't no goddamn way we're driving this truck. We're not getting there in 2 hours. What's this guy talking about? Are you going to drive super as fast as you can, risk your life, risk the life of fellow drivers to try to drive that truck and get there in 2 hours or whatever, knowing that it's dangerous, knowing that it's not possible, knowing that this guy's retarded? Or are you just going to go, I'm just not going to do that, and I'll just get there. We'll do our best. All you can do is your best. And your best is not the same as another guy's best. Everybody's doing their best. And that's all you can expect. That's all you can expect. It's actually going to be boring being on vacation. What am I going to do all week? Nothing. Ain't shit to do. There ain't shit to do but work, really. You know, at least at work, somebody's getting rich. Something's getting done. You know nothing's getting